Good morning, everybody. So, last night we stayed at Mountain Crossing Hostel. Uh, I slept okay. I woke up a lot in the middle of the night, tossing and turning. My left arm keeps falling asleep. I'm not sure if it's from carpal tunnel. Last time I was out here, I got my carpal tunnel came back because the trekking bowl. I don't know, but I always have carpal tunnel issues with my left arm and hand, so I don't know. Today we're gonna hike for, I don't know, either 7 miles or 12 miles or 50 miles. I don't know, whatever we feel like. It's either Blue Mountain Shelter, Trey Mountain Shelter, or beyond. Who the hell knows? But we're just gonna go for it. We had to wait for the outfitters to open up so truck driver can get a rain cover and poncho. And other than that, I don't know. It is 7:17 right now, so we have about 2 hours before we're going to be heading out. It was raining last night, so we got to be prepared for whatever the day brings today. It says the rain's supposed to stop now for the rest of the day, but who the hell knows in the mountains? We don't. And that's all I could think of. Today's going to be a great day. Third piece of gear I'm getting rid of. I got rid of my 2 little tripods and I'm getting rid of this. I haven't worn them, and they're just from the dollar store, but 31 miles plus the approach trail in, or my invented approach trail, and I don't need them. All right, well, even Mountain Crossing Hostel, it was a pretty good night. It's a pretty nice hostel. I'm happy last time I did this I went to Blairsville, so I saw it. The group I was with in 2020, they did not have a good experience here. I did. I slept like shit. I sleep like shit no matter what, so really doesn't matter. I was having really bad nightmares about nuclear war, and I don't know. I think I might grab a Diet Coke for the road. I don't know if I want to carry that. I want to weigh this pack because my resupply made it nice and heavy. And other than that, we're just going to walk on today. Rained yesterday. Hopefully the rain stops. It's supposed to be about 40 degrees today with a low of 16 tonight. And out here, the weather report doesn't mean a damn thing because it changes by the hour and by the mountain. So anyway, all right. So my resupply brought it up to about 36 and a half, but after dinner tonight, it'll be a lot lighter. She's a big girl right now. Kelly's looking pretty big. Oh, it's named Kelly after my best friend. It's big and orange. Back on the trail. Here's the trail right through the building. White blaze there. Let me tell you, the climb out of every road crossing is a bitch. Man. On the AT, when you go down, just know you're going back up. What goes down must come up, or what goes up must come down, whatever. I had a little thought when I was at the hostel. Thru hikers make a lot of waste between Ziploc bags, trash from our food, toilet paper buried in the woods or in privies. For example, I threw out a pair of sunglasses, a tripod. We make a lot of waste. And a phenomenon I'm seeing this year, which I didn't see in other years, is people not even attempting to bury their shit. There's used toilet paper all over the trail. And granted, the ground is frozen, but you can put a rock over it or something. We're walking by and there's skid marked toilet paper on the trail. That's disgusting. Who knows if it's thru hikers doing that, but come on, people, leave no trace. Leave only footprints and memories, or whatever the fuck the hippies say. I was just thinking, it's weird. Like, I'll be walking and I'll remember specific rocks, specific trees, little clips of grass. But the majority of all this, I don't remember. You know, I don't know why. I mean, it was like 30 to 35 days. So, yeah, I guess I wouldn't remember everything. But like, that climb out of whatever, the mountain crossing, I don't remember that at all. Weird, but then I'll see like a tree I slept next to one night and be like, thank you, tree. You're the real one for keeping me safe. I don't know. Weird. I guess you wouldn't. You know, I went a couple 100 miles. It's not like, you know, even with the road, I was out there 103 days, and I don't remember every day. I remember some really high, some really lows, but there's a lot of days that are just completely gone from my memory. So, no. It's like everyday life, I guess. You don't remember every day either. I'm getting wet from the fog and the trees right now, which is concerning because we have another like 3 days out here after this. So, I don't know. I don't feel like digging out my raincoat, but the fog is going to make me wet regardless. Hike on, man. Hike on. Pretty spooky. I don't want to jinx it, but we've been pretty lucky so far. I didn't know what to expect coming out here New Year's. You know, January 1st start. Everyone got in my head in the Facebook post, but so far, the only unfun I've had was having to use a privy at 6 o'clock at night and 19-degree, 30-mile-an-hour winds. And then when I lifted the lid up, something blew into my eyes from the privy. So I had to like thoroughly flush them out with Visine and shit, water. But I mean, so far so good. They're red because I'm a stoner, but yeah, so far so good. We've been real lucky. Truck driver says he's been a real lucky person, and I consider myself a pretty lucky person. So who knows? Maybe our lucks together might work in our favor. It has so far. I feel like tonight's gonna be a little rough. It's gonna be real cold, and we're damp from the fog. But who knows? Who knows? It's an adventure. Look at the trail. It's beautiful. A little wet today. Heavy as hell, but man, that is good. So, it's only 200 calories, so really not worth the wait. But, good. Wow. You guys like this? You know, I often think about the people who did the trail before us, say back in the day, with those big metal frame heavy packs and big heavy aluminum or stainless steel or even steel like flasks and bottles to hold their water. And how the hell people filtered water in the beginning days of the trail? I guess they probably didn't have to, because I know like when my dad was a kid, they would just drink from the streams. But those big heavy canvas tents, it's funny because now, you know, my pack, it's probably like 4 or 5 pounds, but after I cut the straps off, it's about 3. And my tent's pound and a half, 2 pounds. My sleeping bag and all that's a pound or 2. You know, my whole pack, even with 4 days of food, with no water. Today I was leaving, you know, my winter gear's heavy, so I'm hovering around 36, 37 pounds with a full 4 days of food. But, you know, even my summer pack,
full food, full water, you're looking at like 25 pounds max. And I'm just thinking, like, even the summer packs back in the early 1900s or 1950s, 80s, where, these people were carrying 50, 55 pounds. And winter hiking, forget about it. They probably didn't even have the gear capable of that. That's why so many people are able to hike Everest now, because the gear is light, and it's still a massive undertaking, but it's way easier than it probably used to be, like in the days of green boots and all that. You could even see like green boots gear looks heavy compared to the yuppies that are hiking Everest now. But I just think, like, back in the day, doing this without those trail maps, and I know, like, even my Uncle Jay, he gave me his old AT books, and it was like 11 volumes of books, and it's just crazy. And now I have everything: my camera, my map, the internet, my GPS, everything is right on my phone, in my pocket, and my water filter is this little thing that goes in a sandwich-sized Ziploc bag. It's crazy. You got to be thankful for the modern technology allowing us to do this, because I wouldn't be carrying no 60 pounds of gear up these mountains. I barely want to carry when I put my pack on today after the resupply, it was 36 and a half pounds. I thought, holy crap. But yeah, wild. So the early people that did the AT, man, they were the real ones, like Grandma Gatewood, sleeping on leaves and rocks and stuff. I'm pretty much glamping compared to what they did. It's wild. It's wild to think about. Even in Boy Scouts, we had those heavy canvas tents, and I used to hate lugging that around and setting it up with big, thick aluminum poles. Now my tent is supported by these and 6 stakes, and it's crazy to think about. And my stuff is eons warmer than theirs was, and it's just wild. I'm thankful for everyone who develops the technology that allows lazy, fat fucks like myself to do this. Because I don't have half the balls Grandma Gatewood had. So, actually, balls are weak. I don't have the vagina Grandma Gatewood had, you know what I mean? Popping out 8 kids, being in her 60s, 70s and doing this. Like, God, it's crazy to think about. Or the blind guy, who I kind of think is full of shit, but I don't know. I wasn't there. But even him, with the dog too, it's wild to think about. So, yeah. Trail thoughts. You got a lot of them. You got a lot of time to think out in this bitch. And I'm so happy to be here. I'm so thankful. And God, this is everything I ever hoped and dreamed it would be and more. And I'm just so excited for the rest of the journey, and I'm finishing despite what happens this year. I don't care if there's a pandemic that makes me bleed from my butthole. I am finishing this damn trail this time. I will crawl to Mount Katahdin if I have to. I'm not giving up for anything. Okay. Though I do have to say, I am having a couple little things going on. My left knee hurts, which it did last time too. And then then it got better, and then my right knee started hurting. So, same thing with that. My underwear have kind of like chafed my Peter a little bit. TMI, but I want to share the good, bad, and ugly with y'all. My Peter's chafed. I don't know why. That's a first in my entire life. I just gotta keep an eye on that. It's just my underwear, I guess, were a little bigger than they should have been, and no other chafing. A little blister on my right pinky toe, which has kind of resolved itself by now. No big deal. And then my fingers are cold this time. And so, all in all, good spirits. Truck driver seems to be doing good too. And he's double my age, so he's, well, not quite double, but he's got 30 years on me. He's doing good, and yeah, all good, all things considering. Look at that damn view. Fantastic. Oh, and the final thing, I was feeling a little gouty in my left foot, right ankle, which before I got out here, I was eating like absolute crap. And I kind of do out here too, and certainly wasn't hydrating enough, so that's probably that, but I'm just gonna walk through that. That's something I'm used to now, gout. The worst, I was talking to my doctor, and it's like hereditary gout or something like that. Well, it'll never go away no matter what I do, how I diet. He wants me to take a daily pill, but I didn't get the script before I left. So he said, because I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped eating bad, rarely eat seafood or red meat, or I never ate organ meat or anything. And so still getting gout, so that's just something I have to live with. Maybe if I lose 50 pounds, it'll be different. I don't know, but yeah. Oh well. I'll go pound some tart cherry juice on my 0 day and poop for a day and hope all goes well. I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, and a chafing nose from doing snot rockets all day. But that's unavoidable. I just put chapstick on it. Called a day. Chapstick for the nose and the lips. The rules of outdoors don't apply out here. A few things out here people need to remember when starting out. If you're thirsty, drink. If you're hungry, eat. If you need to put on chapstick, put on chapstick. You need to brush your beard, brush your beard. If you start feeling a hot spot on your shoes, stop, sit, take them off. If you're feeling a pain, check it out. If you need to fix your pants, fix your pants. Don't power through shit, because you'll end up not having a good time when you further hurt yourself. Once your lips and stuff become chapped, that could be the difference between 100 miles or quitting that day. You know, you gotta stay comfortable out here. The miles will come. It's not a race, not a competition. You know, no one gets an award for getting the Katahdin first. But I notice the people that rush burn out quick. Like, I get a lot of shit on here. You only went 10 miles today? 10 miles out here is a lot. I see this guy ahead of us. I don't want to mention his name, but he's doing 15 plus. And he's already done 2 hostel stays. He's burning himself out. I learned that the first time. I was pushing, and I was tired. And when you start having a bad time, you start thinking about all the comforts at home and stuff. So take care of yourself. Listen to your body here. Don't ignore your body, but your body knows. Like, I just spent a day and a half letting my one trekking pole drive me crazy because it was a different height, and just the screw had to be tightened. But I spent a day and a half pissed off about that, and it just took me less than 10 minutes to fix. And we do that in our everyday lives too. There's like chores that I'll put off for years, and when I do them, it takes me an hour, and I think, man, I thought about that for years and it took me an hour to do. Don't do that out here. Oh yeah, one last complaint about my body. Carpal tunnel. I've been having a little carpal tunnel issue. I have that in my everyday life. It's only affecting me in my sleep. I seem to have to sleep with my left arm straight out and undisturbed. So it keeps falling asleep, but last night it started to hurt. And that pain is excruciating when the flare-up first happens. So maybe I'll have to get some ibuprofen, because I'm not carrying a brace out here. Or a knee brace. I never used them last time and ended up tossing them. That's too expensive to just toss. I know myself too well. Yeah. Says I like to hold my trekking poles in one hand. I don't know. It is from the trekking poles, but they're super necessary to me, especially for going downhill. I'm not 20 anymore. I can't take a fall like I used to. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. That fall damage, bro. The great thing about walking in a refrigerator, I think when I go to town, my next resupply has to be in a town. So I only did a total of 2 boxes. One at Mountain Crossing, because I know, and then one before the Smokies, because I also know there's nothing there. Unless you want to buy overpriced hiker food. So I think I'll get some nice like cold cuts, some spinach, some veggies. It'd be heavy, but it'd be nice to have, because we are, most of the time it's 32, around 32 degrees. We're walking in a refrigerator, and then a few days we were in a freezer. So I don't see why I can't carry maybe a little Brown's ground beef. I'll brown it at the hotel in my pot, put it in a bag for when I'm out here. Just thinking. A lot of times I think, look at that view. Oh, it does no justice. Oh, I wish y'all could see what I see. It's so beautiful. I don't remember any of this. Look at that. Wow. Unbelievable. God, it's so beautiful. Mother Nature just gets me hard. All the way out there is Atlanta. All the way out there. Sorry, I can't keep it steady. That is Atlanta. Unbelievably, I keep getting service out here. It's crazy because in 2020, I believe I had Verizon then, and never had service. So I just had 5G and I was on Facebook Live in the middle of nowhere. So it's crazy to think that they've upped their game that much. I'm thankful. Verizon is expensive, but it's worth every penny. Even in everyday life, even during Hurricane Sandy, the only people that had service was Verizon. So Xfinity was good, but in order to cancel, I had to contact the FCC. They kept billing me like 6 months after I canceled. So Verizon though, hell yeah, Verizon. Sponsor me. Sponsor me, Verizon, I'm poor. My biggest issue out here is my pants. They are too big. I should have gotten it. I think the waist is like a 44, which I used to be close to. Now I'm probably like a 36, 38, and no matter what I do, these pants fall down. No matter how tight I make the string. I'm gonna have to invest in pants, I suppose. Definitely not at Mountain Crossings. I'll get me some Walmart freaking Ozark Trail pants. Yeah. My budget's tight for this, but freaking pants, man. I'm busting a sag out here in the woods. Some hillbilly gonna come up and run up in my shit. How the hell did that rock get there? Where'd that rock? How the hell did that rock get there? Man, every which way you go today, there's a spectacular view. Something tells me I'm gonna be up over there. Crazy to think with those big rocks that there was a second in the history of this planet, there was an event so cataclysmic, or whatever the word is, that put that rock right there. That rock, that's probably the weight of a few SUVs. It ended up right there on top of the mountain. Just crazy to think that, like, whether it was the ice retreating in the last ice age or whatever, something's dropped that big ass rock right there, and none of us were here to see it. Yeah, I wish like, I don't necessarily want to live forever, but I wish time was recorded in a way where I could go back and hit rewind and just watch certain points of it. Like, I would love to see like the time of Jesus, the time of the dinosaurs. I wouldn't want to live in that time, and I certainly don't want to live forever. It was something like Anne Rice covered in one of her vampire books. It was the only vampires that live forever are the ones that could adapt with time. And I deal with a lot of people from the younger generations. And I realized that if I were to live forever, I wouldn't be able to adapt to all the new fads, crazes, technology, because I'm 36 and I'm already having trouble adapting to all the changes in this world. But so I wouldn't want to live forever, but I would want to see forever, if that makes sense. Like fast forward, rewind, kind of deal like that. I think death is a beautiful thing, and that's the only thing, you know, we all have in common. We're all born, we all die. And yeah, living 1,000 years, that would suck, because there's a lot of days I don't want to live right now. So yeah, but it'd be cool just to like go back in time and see that rock getting put in that place. It was probably under a mile of ice, so nothing to see anyway, but I don't know. The earth is cool. It's cool. Mother Nature gets me hard, as they say. I gotta walk. It's dangerous and slippery right here. I'm a rambling, wandering man today. I have a lot to think about. Wonder what the hell that foam coming out of the rock is. That's weird. I'm thankful that I met Truck Driver, because something tells me that we're going to be alone in these woods for a long time, unless it's the weekend. And I know damn well the hiker bubble coming in February, they'll catch up to us by the middle of February. So we won't be alone then, but those people blaze right past us. And then the March hiker bubble, God, they'll catch up to us in 2-3 weeks. They're all like, some of them are real quick, like 20 mile a day people. But again, they'll blow past us, and I'll never meet the slow people like myself and Truck Driver. But we might get quicker. But yeah, I'm happy I met him, because I knew there would be times of being alone out here, but I thought I'd be around the 14 people signed up. I didn't think all of them would show up, but I thought a lot more than 7 of us would show up. So yeah, we're gonna be going through some stretches all alone out here, and it's nice to have the company and the buddy system. Stuff I kind of thought about on my way out here, but didn't really consider. So hey, life always works out. God always makes a way, and the universe and whatnot. So, yeah. Truck Driver leaving some skid marks, I see. Look at that snow quickly rolling over the mountain we just came from. We just came from way up there, and the snow is coming our way. Oh, we just came from all the way up there, which you can't even see anymore, to all the way down, to all the way back up. Just as hard as I remember it. Sometimes you climb a mountain for no view. Truck now. Crazy how fast conditions out here change. It is now a winter wonderland. Had to bust out the raincoat, or snow coat in this case, because can't be wet. Can't be wet in this kind of cold. We could be wet in the cold I experienced in 2020, but the cold that we're experiencing now in 2025 is dangerous cold. This is not a walk in the woods like last time. This is survival hiking, unfortunately. 1.2 off the trail for a shelter is fucked up. And
Mine's close.
I fixed all that yesterday.
Yeah, mine's charged.
Huh, why don't I remember any?
Well, it could stay in here so we can pick them up. Set your tent up in the door.
Yeah. See those trees, how stiff they are in the wind? I was thinking of my old friend Sue Nobleman, who passed away on New Year's Day. Oh man, I wish I didn't open my phone that night. Kind of ruined my first night. So sad. I know she's out here with me in a way. She had an organization called Willow Tree, and what a great organization. Saves a lot of lives. I'll talk about it more in the future, but she always said to be like a willow tree, because after a storm, there'll be all these trees down, but the willow tree is always standing, and its secret weapon is it knows how to adapt. It blows with the wind. It doesn't stay firm against the wind. It blows, goes with the flow of life. It lets life, all the challenges and everything pass by it. And or like when a bug's eating it, it'll change the way it tastes. Willow trees are smart, and that's how it stops from being eaten. And I don't know, just seeing the trees blow in the wind, I was thinking about Sue and being like a willow tree, just blow in the wind, change in the face of danger. I'll talk about it more. I gotta put my phone away. It's too cold to be talking right now. Can't help but think about how my feet have touched all this trail already, and I don't remember the half of it. Hey, damn, my memory sucks. One mile to the shelter. There she blows! There she blows! Fuck yeah! No way I'm tenting tonight. That is solid ice. We're just trying not to freeze to death right now while we... No, it's not that bad. These people tagged the entire trail. It's kind of disgusting. All right, everybody. It is super cold out. It's like 9 degrees and dropping. We're in the low gap shelter. It's full of mouse poop and spiders. Me and truck driver are sleeping in the shelter because there's nowhere to tent and tree branches were falling. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go on to Blue Mountain Shelter, maybe further, who knows. But it was a great day. Very, very cold. But that's all I could think of reporting on. I'm going to try to sleep, but with all these spiders, I doubt I'm going to sleep well. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and yeah, today was a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Sometimes the Appalachian Trail is not so much fun. We're at Low Gap Shelter, and it was too windy to set up my tent because tree branches are falling all over because of the ice and 30-mile-an-hour winds. And it's 0 degrees, and we're in the shelter full of mouse poop and spiders, and the spiders are coming closer to us because of our body heat, and the mice are scurrying all around me. But you know, the crazy part is I wouldn't trade this for the world. Like, the Appalachian Trail is just the most amazing place on earth, and I'm so excited for tomorrow. Follow me.